The Return of Godzilla isn't a bad movie, it's just that after a 10-year hiatus, the film brought nothing new or unique to the table, as if the filmmakers had no enthusiasm, no inspiration, and were just following a standard formula to get it done and over with. The only thing I did like about the film is that Godzilla had a growth spurt. Once 50 meters, now he's a towering 80 meters. Ooh. Well, towering may be the wrong choice of words. But it's definitely a good thing they beefed him up because he actually fights a monster in the next film, a direct sequel to Godzilla 1984, Godzilla vs. Biollante. And she's a gigantic woman! What? No, really, I'm not saying woman because it's female. That thing is actually half woman, half plant, and half Godzilla. That is just the sexiest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, I am woman, hear me? Regardless of Biollante's huge muscles, Godzilla slams her with his radioactive beam. You'd think the G-Man would have this fight in the palm of his hand, and he does! Through it! And in his shoulder! And even in his face! She even tries to eat him! Eat him! And Godzilla's a big guy! You've got to remember, like I've mentioned before numerous times, the actor's head is in the monster's neck, and Biollante is all practical effects and animatronics, so that is one huge prop of a woman. Oh yeah. This is another film that I've come to appreciate much more over the years, and due to what transpired on set, just trying to make the frickin' movie work. You see just how many people it took to actually move Biollante. Over 20 people! One of the coolest things involves the camera speeds. When it comes to filming the explosions and monster scenes, traditional stock films, which is 24 frames per second, was never used, because the actors' suit movements appeared bulky, awkward, and unnatural. So, filmmakers invented a unique way of filming by increasing the frames per second exponentially, having the actor move super fast, and then slowing down the footage in post-production. Think of it as slowing a movie clip in your video editing software. If you really slow it down, it looks and sounds like crap. You're telling the software how long it should take to move from image to image, or frame by frame. There are gaps in between each image, but by adding more frames per second, you lessen the size of the gaps and essentially provide a more fluent, crisper flipbook. You also have to really admire the miniature work in filming the destruction scenes. In most cases, it's not one take. They'll do multiple takes and angles, and then intertwine the different takes to make it all more believable. It is so awesome. Ooh, I'm getting all excitable. This kind of stuff I love, and it gets me all giddy. The filmmakers learned from their mistakes in 1984. Gone with recycled plots and footage. There is a plethora of new ideas and concepts, including a girl with ESP who can detect where Godzilla is, as well as a bunch of kids who all share the same dreams. There are several terrorist groups killing one another over Godzilla cells to be developed into a biogenetic bacterial weapon as to not only destroy Godzilla, but possibly other countries as well. Biollante isn't in the movie a whole lot, it's mostly Godzilla, but he's not just standing around like last time. Though at times the movie does lag, I don't find it boring. The filmmakers always try to give you something to look at, and several interesting ways of trying to duel with and eliminate the G-Man. One of the highlights is the Super X2, oh yeah, little robot that dukes it out with Godzilla on several occasions by reflecting his beams back at him, and has a theme that sounds like it was composed by John Williams for a Spielberg movie. Oh, the music in general just kicks ass. Yeah, that's got 80s written all over it! I was never a big fan of the 80s and 90s Godzilla movies. I was biased because I was so enamored with the super hyped up kung fu fighting heroic Godzilla. Plus, Godzilla totally abuses his atomic ray. Look at this, it gets annoying! You can make a drinking game out of it and pass out before the movie ends! But now that I've watched it as an adult, it's a fantastic and respectful entry in the series. It feels original, amazing practical effects, and erupts with entertainment. I mean, come on! Who wouldn't desire to see Godzilla just walk? Just walk! Out of an active volcano! You gotta love it. You just got to love it.